Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hey, I'm back. Yeah, I had this week off. Basically, I've had neurovirus, so that's not a pleasant thing. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. Unfortunately, I've missed out on some work, and I did miss out on streaming with you guys this week. And yeah, it's been a bit of a bummer there. So I just want to say I'm back for right now. We'll see how everything goes. I'm still not 100%. I have played some games with some people, but yeah, it's just not at a streaming quality like it was. Yeah. Anyways, let's hopefully I get a chance to stream here in a little bit and hang out with you guys again. But yeah, I've got another replay. If you guys want me to highlight any of your videos, please send them in to me. I'll try my best to get them up here. This one I've kind of been sitting on for a bit just because work, and then had the neurovirus this week, and I'm finally getting around to showcasing it. It's Dab again. Dab sends me in replays, and when he sends me in one, it's normally going to be a pretty crazy replay. This one, there is one moment in this replay. Dab mentioned that I was gonna be like, how did he get through that? Where the first time I watched it, my mouth literally just went. It's pretty impressive. So we got Dab here again, and Dab's div with Mr. Full Metal Yankee, as well as please, if I'm pronouncing this wrong, I do apologize. Jobini, 123, and they're gonna have a huge game. This is a huge div carry. Just want to note too as well, the score, we'll see if it does it again on this replay, but the score, the points indication here, seems to be a bug with the replay. We'll see if that holds true here, but might happen again, it might not. So this is going to be Dab in the Ohio, and Full Metal Yankee in the Hindenburg, one of my personal favorites, and Mr. or Miss Jobini in the Minotaur here. Sorry, Jobini, I don't know you personally. But yeah, they're on the Two Brothers map here with Domination. And yeah, if we're looking at the spread here, got two DDs over here, Battleship, two cruisers. Obviously, we got our div of cruisers over here. And then I think Dab's going to try to stay a little bit more centralized over here towards Alpha as well. And I think that's the game plan initially here for them and their div. So yeah, let's watch Dab and Yankee and Jobini do their thing. And this is going to be a really fun game to watch and progress, especially towards the end. Pretty nutty stuff here. Again, 100% a huge div carry, and some nutty stuff here. Alright, so we also have two. We've got our Shimakaze going out wide, and Van and the Kurfürst over here at Alpha. Let's see what happens. On the opposite flank, we got a Jaguar, a Leventure, Shimato, Buffalo, and a Moami, and an Asashio. That Asashio will come into play a little bit later as well, I believe. So let's see, Yankees kind of just chilling in the middle here around Charlie. Again, on Two Brothers, sometimes you get those people that still think they're watching Fly Daily in 2015 and YOLO Zerg push Bravo. And I think that's what Yankee and their dibmate in the Minotaur are kind of waiting to defend. See what happens if they pick up something, or just if they're just going to do that themselves. We'll see what happens here. Something's already contesting Alpha here, and on the opposite flank here we got a Uhtred, another Uhtred, an Olin, and a Fletcher. Did anyone watch the show The Last Kingdom, by the way? Did anyone watch that show? I loved that show, and every time I see that boat, I think of The Last Kingdom, where it's the beginning. And by the way, Radar Minnow picks up the Gehoffman and the Van Kukren in the middle there. So Yankee and the Minnow are going to go to defend. We'll see what they can do here. But back to that conversation. The Uhtred just reminds me of the show The Last Kingdom, where he goes, "I am Uhtred, son of Uhtred." If you guys know the beginning of the show The Last Kingdom, he says that, and I don't know, I find humor in it. So right, we got Dab taking some pop shots on the Yami. Yami's backing up. We got a Mertz over here as well. Looking back, obviously you got Yankee and Jobini trying to defend the mid here. Dab sees this Azuma. This salvo, I have no clue how this doesn't miss here. That should have obviously wrecked the Azuma. I think Dab gets a bit unlucky here with some of the vertical dispersion. And just maybe the Azuma backing up a little bit too quick there. Unlucky salvos there. But I think he's going to, spoiler alert, it's probably going to make up for it here in a little bit. So yeah, Mertz kind of creeping around that island. Got the Yamato over there. Our Shimakaze pushing up fairly aggressively. And if we were to look back here, we can see Mr. Yankee and Jobini taking it to this Van Kukrin, as well as the Hoffman there. Dab sees the Mertz coming out and goes, "Hey, that Mertz is game returning. Let's do some work on him." Gets the Citadel on the Mertz there. Very nicely done. Dispersion again a little bit wonky. That honestly should be a dead Mertz. But yeah, Mertz got lucky there. Yamato's turning out there. Yankee and Jobini are definitely taking it to him. This Azuma is slightly game returning here. But again, key thing about the Ohio, different from the Montana. 457s, 457 life. Get that overmatch. Get those two pens there. And we have Jobini taking on the Gehoffman. And now just onto them, the Van Kukrin for those two cruisers up there in the middle. And there goes the Van Kukrin. So what you're going to see now too, obviously you just had that Azuma kind of see what's happening here in the middle. And he's already kind of flexing. So that's going to leave them at a bit of a numerical advantage here as our two cruiser dibmates move forward a little bit there. Because over here, those battleships have not flexed back yet, the Colombo and the Lepanto. The Lepanto might be slightly. He's not spotted, but the Colombo is not in a position with that island there to flex back. Onto Mr. Dab here. We're seeing that Azuma. That Azuma is not seeing him. The Azuma is showing full broadside to an Ohio. In the words of the Mighty Jingles, that's a paddling. 30k to the Azuma. And Dab is quickly racking up some damage here. And still full HP here for Dab. Which is definitely going to be... He's going to need all of it. He is going to need all of it. Our Shimakaze getting caught out here. I have no clue how in a Shimakaze you are getting caught out there by a Mertz and a Yamato when you out-detect all of those, both those ships by like 10k. But whatever, that's fine. Mistakes happen. Anywho. Oh, the Kager's there. So he pushed past the Kager and then the Kager spotted him. Alright, so Dab's going to do some clutch stuff here too with shooting DDs. I know sometimes it puts in 3100 to the Kager there. Sometimes I tend to see, I mean, just nitpicking here, but sometimes for new players, it's harder to shoot at DDs in battleships when you've got something that's big, juicy, and beautiful. What you were seeing right there from Dab is just, you know, awareness. Dab shot plenty of DDs before, realizing that the Asashio probably would appreciate that 3100 off that Kagero there. And he does that, shots into the Mertz there. Again, these 457s should be just absolutely hammering it. Dab's getting a little bit unlucky with the overpens and whatnot. Dab loading again here. Gonna try to help out his DD friend. Anything helps here for the Sasashio. Any little bit is going to help him. Dab gets one more shell for 1500 off him. So, as you know, and now the Kagero is ripping ripperonis. So very clean, clutch work from Dab there, shooting the DDs. Our Kurfürst, by the way, has rotated behind us, and you are seeing Full Metal and Mr. Jobini work and take Bravo, which is now forcing their entire team back here. So these, our 2 cruiser div mates have forced their entire team back now with their awareness, and really, really key clutch play. This has been, even though Dab's doing work over here, those 2 cruisers put it in some work here. Dab's going to continue to pepper the map. Our Van Cochran dies. The late Aventurer dies. Dab shoots the Mets a little bit too late. The curve, first of all things, takes care of them. Alright, so now as their entire team pushes right in front of Mr. Full Metal and Mr. Jobini, we got a Fletcher, an Uhtred son of Uhtred, another Uhtred son of Uhtred, and the Lepanto flex back. And that Colombertini is probably going to come back. Full Metal does the key clutch thing there, taking out the Fletcher. So considering where our destroyers are positioned, Yankee taking that out is very, very clutch, because now at least Jobini and maybe the Kerfers of these guys shoot are going to be able to spot that, as opposed to not having spots on the Fletcher that could have potentially been dark. So that was a key clutch kill there from Mr. Full Metal. That's his 2nd of the game. Jobini's also on a 2 kill as well. Alright, shooting the Lepanto. That looked like very, very nice dispersion there from the old Ohio. Gets 3 penetrations there. Very nice shooting there by Dab. Dab's going to try to angle slightly towards... This is good angling here. Dab's realizing there's a Yamato here. He can't show broadside to it, but there's a lot of things coming in here. So he's kind of trying to keep a slight angle to the Yamato and to these guys as well. This double Uhtred div is... or it's not even a div, it's just the fact that there's 2 of them in this game is going to be so annoying. If I was Dab, I would have been ripping my hair out. He's just going to... There's one point in this game where he's going to be constantly dropped, and already he's at, 9,800 damage to planes with 1 plane kill. Yeah, so let's see what happens here. Maybe he'll get some payback. So, Lepanto just chilling in his smoke. The Columbos over there in Narnia. Very, very good dispersion. Looks like again here. That's incredible dispersion. Whammy! 15.1k to bow on Lepanto. I tell you, when the Ohio shell, when it works, beautiful. This Uhtred son of Uhtred is just thinking, hey, I'm behind an island, nobody can shoot me, I'm invincible. I am Uberboat. I'm spotted, but nothing can shoot me. And Dab says, we'll see about that, Mr. Uhtred. And good night, Uhtred. Let's go, Ohio. Let's go, Ohio. Give it up for all those people that say you should just be spamming HE in your battleships. Anywho. More shells there, a little bit unlucky there for Dab. And here comes the Uhtred spam. Just gonna... from like here on out, there's gonna be planes dropped on Dab like the entire time. Like the entire time. There's more. There we go. Dab shooting into the Lepanto because we need the resets and we need to get that out of our cap. 7.7k off of the Lepanto. Dab sees he's getting shot at. He's going to kind of slightly angle, negating that damage from the Yamato. Again, more Uhtred planes in here. This is just going to be spam on Dab for the entire rest of this game. Those shells get a little bit wonky for Dab. Dab's double fired from the Uhtred. This is... You guys ready? I'm going to stop this real quick here. If you guys are new to World of Warships, in particular Battleship gameplay, shut the hell up, planes, and you want to know how to Citadel a slightly bow on Yamato. This Yamato doesn't have proper angling. Dab's about to show you. It's called cheeking. You can do it in most battleships, but particularly the Yamato underneath its number 2 turret, right where the bow kind of comes here. especially if it angles, similar to like how World of Tanks works and stuff like that. So let's watch Dab do this here in a moment. It's gonna be beautiful. I'm already anticipating. I'm already anticipating. Dab's gonna work it out over this Lepanto again. 8.3k off there. Oh, look at you, Mr. Yamato. Oh, me big strong Yamato. I sit bow on everything. I shoot this. Da. Big strong Yamato. Don't know angling properly. Dab knows how to aim too. Knowing how to aim with AP as a Battleship player. The nerf button for Battleship players that are just used to being spammed with HE. So here we come. If you guys want to learn how to cheek a Yamato, let Dab show you how. Yamato's slightly creeping, so Dab needs to put that lead in for him moving forward. Underneath the number 2 turret. Absolutely disgusting salvo there from Dab. Absolutely gross. This Yamato's that good as dead. Our DD did not need to die there for that, and probably would have been a little bit helpful if he didn't die there for that. There's their brothers in arms. There's their generally offensive. They're already up to 6 kills between their div. Again, Dab just getting peppered by this Uhtred bullshit with the planes all day long. Up to 13 plane kills. Somehow 58,000 plane damage and only 13 plane kills. Because fair and balanced vote. Continuing to just non-stop spam Dab here. Their Colombo has pushed middle into Charlie. The Minotaur is looking for places to get resets. It's now down to Dab and the Minotaur friend. Dab takes a monster hit from the Lepanto with SAP, continuing to get dropped on. This and then oh my goodness, 26, almost 27k to the Lepanto. Geek E guy, oh my goodness, that's a fun ass name, but you just got clapped on. And here we go, continuing on. Dab more into the Lepanto, and it's been what, 2 seconds? More Uhtred planes. Hey, wow! I just called it. It's fucking magical. All right, let's go. Dab's back into the Lepanto. The Uhtred continuing to spam. Dab gets a heal off there with 7k. AK trying to negate some of that plane damage because that's going to become annoying. They got their shoulder metal. There's more planes or more damage there. Uhtred finally gets spotted. Uhtred puts on more planes. Dab's on fire again, up to 2.5 million tanked as well for Dab to go along with this 239k damage. More shells in Lepanto. Lepanto takes a big hit. It's been 13 seconds, so of course there's going to be more Uhtred planes. Let's go. Dab's now got the Lepanto in a spot where the Lepanto cannot get shots back off on him, but Dab can kill him. Beautiful positioning. Great play from Dab. There's their coordinated attack. Okay, there we go. 5 seconds has gone past, and the Uhtred's now dropping more planes. Because, you know, why don't we just make it a CV at this point? Anywho, there go more planes. Get hits on Dab. Dab's down to 157 HP. 157. Planes are up. Planes are up. Colombo's taking the Charlie cap. They are in a they went to Shabugaloo. What in the hell? 247k. Oh my goodness. Uhtred is just there waiting. He doesn't know what to do now because Dab's not spotted and he can't drop his planes magically and he has to actually play the game. So what will he do? What any other good carrier player will do, they'll just come out and sail broadside because, I mean, having to think in logic. Then Dab obliges him. There we go, and then there's more planes because, you know, why not? Dab with the Death Strike at 270k. Holy smokes. And that just dodges all of the planes. Up to 25 planes shot down as well. Holy smokes. By the way, the bug here that we're talking about, this is actually 670. So we are actually up. This is crazy. All Dab needs to do now is step in Bravo, and they win the dang game. This is a huge carry Their div right now is at freaking 8 kills in a tier 10 game. At just absolute insanity here. Dab with 8 citadels, Confederate. What we got? Confederate, high cap, all. Just give them all of the medals, okay? And then 270k, 3.2 million tanked, 25 planes shot down, 109 damage done, 109,000 damage done to aircraft because Uhtred. At this point, just looking at the points now, they know if Dab just hops in the cap. Again, this is clearly some point bug because working as intended, can't figure out our replay system however many years later. Whatever, that's fantastic. Alright, so Dab just needs to step on the cap here, and this is going to be GG. And the reason why, unfortunately for their team, the Colombo needed to make a play. The Colombo just sits here in Charlie waiting for the Minotaur to come back. He doesn't. If the Colombo would have pushed up into Dab, they might have had a chance. But he does not. You know, it is what it is. Dab slows down. Reason why Dab's slowing, he needs to get into the cap. However, Dab's trying to spring a trap. If that Colombo were to come up, we still have a way for the Minotaur to potentially shoot him, and Dab's trying to get his angling as good as possible. Again, Colombo also another fair and balanced boat. So who knows what would have happened if that Colombo came up here on Dab. But yeah, Dab's just doing everything he can to try to win the game. Play it like the Colombo's going to actually play against him and what he's doing. You're going to find out here in a moment that the Colombo does not. So yeah, Dab's he's ready. Dab wants more damage. He sprung the trap. He's waiting for the man. The man never shows up. Dab also gets the solo cap on top of this. Just, and you can see the Colombo is behind that island where his planes, his ASW is. Holy smokes, man. With the solo cap here too. Again, there is actually a 100 point differential here. So Colombo just chills here. Even if the Colombo pushes into Alpha, I mean, different game here. And they're going to pick up the win here. So, sorry for the replay bug there, but this is an absolute monster. Giga carry from Full Metal, Joe Beanie, Dab, 8 kill tier 10 div, Dab with waiting instructions. Just absolute bananas game here. Bananas game here. Could not be happier watching this game. I told you guys that there were moments where the first time I watched this replay I went, absolute crazy game. Dab makes 1.7 million credits, almost 1.8 million credits, 270k damage, picks up a shit ton of experience here, generally offensive, Confederate, strike team, devastating strike. I mean, he was close to having like 3 dev strikes there, by the way. Shoulder to shoulder, fireproof, dreadnought, brothers in arms, coordinated attack, high caliber. So many things done right here. Everything, just a really, really fun game to watch. Like, if you think about the fact Dab was at 157 or 157 HP, like not 157,000, like 157 HP at one point. Wild Game Planes dropped on it, had the nerves of steel and the big cojones to just put the Uhtred to bed. Let's see how their team did. Just an absolute carry here from their div here. Just crazy, crazy numbers. 3k base experience for Dab. Joe Beanie in the Minotaur here. 2.8, almost. That's almost both of them had almost 3k. And then Mr. Full Metal, third on the team even as well with 1.8k base experience. That's a huge game as well. I mean, you had, I hate to say it, there were some players on their team that didn't even look like they played, especially compared to these 3. I mean, even some of the numbers over here, like the almost 1.5k base on a loss. Like they were up against people that were playing well. Just a huge game. Just an absolute pleasure to watch. Again, and like touching all the boats here in big ways, helping out his team. Just a crazy breakdown. Just, oh my goodness. Hey, making all of the stuff here. I had an absolute blast watching this game. I was so happy that Dab sent it in to me. If you guys get a chance to, and if you have more fun games, I would love to review them. I would love watching them. And thank you guys all so much, by the way, for all the well wishes as I have been dealing with this neurovirus thing. Feeling a little bit better. Not 100% out of the woods yet, but I'm gonna try to start streaming again and hopefully see you guys this weekend. As always, thank you all so much. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you all later.